Hello friends, welcome to .NETAwesome.com. In one of my recent AngularJS project that I have just completed, required that the user be able to reorder list of data via drag and drop features, and the current order of the list shall be persisted on the database. Today I will show you how to implement reordering list via drag and drop in AngularJS application. Here in this AngularJS application, I have used Angular drag and drop list AngularJS directive that allow us to build sortable list with the native HTML5 drag and drop API. Let's start with opening Visual Studio. Next, we have to create an application. In this article, we have used Visual Studio 2013. So first of all, we need to create a project. Just go to your file menu, then new, then click on project menu. It will brings up a dialog window for new project. Here I will select ASP.NET Web Application under Web. Then enter your application name here. ng drag drop sorting, and then select your project location from this window and then click on OK button. It will brings up another dialog window from where we can select the template. So here I will select empty template and I will check MVC here for add folders and core references swap, and then click on OK button. It will take a little time to create the application. Okay, you can see here my application is created. Now I will add a database in our application. As this is a tutorial project, I will add database in our application here in the app folder, app data folder. You can see here. So for add a local project here, I will click on this folder, just right click here, then go to add and then click on add new. From here I will select SQL Server database under data. Enter your database name here, in my case my database, and then click on add button. You can see here my database.mdf file is added here in our application. Then we need to create a table. So double click on your database name, go to tables node and then right click here for add new table, click on add new table. Here I will create our table schema. So my task is my table name, then task ID, task description, then I will add one another column, order, integer type, not null. I have added the table here for store my pending tasks, and those tasks I will reorder from our AngularJS application via drag and drop. So this is my table structure. Then I will click update button here and then click again update database for create those table. Okay, it's done. So our next task is we need to add a entity data model in our application. So just go to your solution explorer, right click on in your project name, then go to add, and then click on add new item. From here I will select ADO.NET entity data model under data, and then enter your model name here. In my case it's my model.edmx, and then click on add button. You can see here the entity data model wizard window opened. So here I will select generate from database, as we have already created our database. So select generate from database and then click on next button. From this drop down I will select my database. If your database is not showing here, so you can click on the new connection button for add your database here in this drop down, and then it's our data context name and as well as it's our connection string name. It will save in web.config file. Then click here the next button, select entity format 5.0, and then click again next button. From here I will select my table, and finally I will click on finish button. It will take a little time to create the entity data model. Let's see. Our model is created. Okay, this is done. As I have told you, here in this application we will use Angular drag and drop list directive for adding drag and drop sorting features. So we need to download and add required resources into our application for the directive. So I will go to this URL from here. One second. Here you can get the URL from description of this video. So from here we need to download the required resources, and we need to add those resources into our application. So you can download from here, download zip. You can see here there are lots of features, and also the document is provided is very good, easy to understand. Okay, our file is downloaded. Now we need to add required resources into our application. So I will go to here. From here I need to copy this Angular drag and drop list.js file, and I will add into our application. Here in our application, first of all I would like to create a folder here. So just right click on your project name and then go to add and new folder. You can see here I have added a folder here, scripts. So in this folder I will paste this required JS file, and one more thing I need to get it. Yes, one more thing I need to copy is the style sheet. So from here demo simple, I'll copy this CSS file into our application. So one more folder I will create here for the style sheet content. So it's done. Now Now we need to add a JavaScript file where we will write AngularJS code for creating an Angular module and an Angular controller. So for add a new JavaScript file here, I will add the JavaScript in the scripts folder. So go to your Solution Explorer and right click on your scripts folder, and then go to add and then click on add new item. From here I will select JavaScript under scripts, and then I need to enter a name. In my case I will add it's my app.js, and then click on add button. So it's created. First of all, here I will create a Angular module. So var app equals to Angular dot module. It's my app is my module name, and then here we need to inject dependencies. So I'll open this one. This is the module name we need to inject into our application. So this is done. Now I need to add a AngularJS controller here. So app dot my controller. I will inject HTTP for fetch data from server. Here in this controller I will add two functions here, one for fetch data from database and second for saving new orders into our database for update my task priority. So first of all I will add one method here for fetch data from database, so we can show my task in order fetching from database. So my method name is load task, so vm load task. I will declare a variable here, tasks. One more thing I will add, false. I'm just adding this new variable here for identify is it processing or not. True. I will use this is processing for showing loading panel, so user can understand it's loading. Okay, from pm dot task is equal to response dot data. This is my first method done for getting data from database. Okay, one more method I need to add here for update my task order. Update task as per priority basis. I will update my task order. So here em dot sorting function here I will again show the progress bar. You can see in this line I have done slice. It's because of the DND list module is adding one new item here in this VM task after sorting. So we need to remove this one. That's why I have added this line here. After that I will add one new variable here, new data sort. So here I will get the new order after sorting. So angular dot for each do task. So the new order should be order is equal to index plus 1 because index is 0 waste. Here I will add a post event for send the task list with new order into for update task order in our database as well. So here I will add http dot post method save task order new data you can write more code here after save new order list new order. Okay, finally we will update the progress status. So this is done. one small thing I need to do here. I need to call this method here after load the page for display all the tasks after page load. It's done. Now we need to add one MVC controller here. So go to your Solution Explorer, right click on your controllers folder, then go to add, then click on controller. Here I will select MVC5 controller, add, enter your controller name here. In my case it's home controller, and then click on add button. So it's done. Now here we need to write two methods, one for fetch data from database and return all the data as JSON result. So the method name should be this one, get task, as we have already written here in our MVC in our Angular controller. So it should be get tasks. So public JSON result get task. Okay. Here in this method I will fetch all the tasks from my database here and then return all the data as JSON results. So for fetching data from database I'll write code here. This is here, you can see here my database entities is our database context. So here task here to dc dot my task dot, obviously it should be order by, as I need to show my tasks as priority wise, but order to list. This method is done. Now we need to add another MVC action into home controller for update my task data with new order to the database. So I will add one more method here, and this method name should be save task order, as I have already written here in our Angular controller. So this method should be then type JSON result, and method name should be save task order. So first of all I will declare a variable here, status, for get the status. If this method is successfully executed, then we will return success status. It is equal to new status. Okay, so here I will update my tasks with new order. See my database entities, this is equal to new dot modified as I'm updating here. Save changes. So this is also done. Now we need to add a view for this index method. Here you can see one MVC action index already added in our home controller.js file. In our home controller file. Now we need to add a view for that index action. So for adding the new view, just click inside the action name, right click here, then add view. Here provide the view name, it will be index, and this is empty, all is fine. Then click on add button. Our view is added. Now I need to update this. First of all, I will add AngularJS library. So it will from CDN, this one. After that I need to add Angular drag and drop list, and finally I will add my app.js file here. This is done. Now one more thing, sorry, we need to also add this one, file.js css. So after that, here I will add one div, and I will write ng app directive here for bootstrap the Angular module, my app. And now I need to add one more div here, and I'll write ng controller. For assign my controller name here, it should be my controller, this one, it as VM, and then I will add this class simple demo. This is my loader for showing the progress status, and here I will add this one, vm dot is processing. Then I will add dnd dash list equal to dot tasks, then li repeat in tasks, dnd list id equals to item dot task id, then dnd sortable dnt equals to vm dot sorting method. This method will fire after move completed. dnd effect allowed should be move. dnd selected equals to sorry, it should be item. Then we will add in G class selected should be when models dot selected to item. Here I will show item dot task description. This is our database column name. Okay, this is done. Just one small thing I need to add here is a style for showing our loader. So it should be position obsolete, seed index should be greater than 0, background yellow, border 1 pixel, solid red color, padding 10 pixel, top 50%, left 20%. Done. Per demo, this class should be relative. This should be relative as we need to show the loader in exact location where I need to. So this is done. Now it's almost ready for run this application. So before run this application, we need to add some data in my tux. So just go to your table, show table data. Here I will add some task. Here I will add some tasks done. You can see here create new articles about Angular basic is my first priority, so it's order 1. This is about require.js is 2, meeting with my team order 3, Azure 4, file manager application 5. Okay, let's run the application. Okay, everything is okay. Oh, 1 second, I have done one small mistake. It should be splice, SPLICE. Okay, it's done. Okay, let's run our application. You can see here create a new article about AngularJS basic is number first priority, so I need to change my task priority. Here I will drag create a Azure account first, so I'll move this on top here. Yes, now it's saved, and second priority should be here. It's saved. Then refresh your page once. You can see here now it's changed. So let's check our database, it's updated or not. Create Azure account should be the first one, file manager application should be second, AngularJS basic article should be third, React.js fourth, and meeting with my team should be 5. Let's check. Here I'll open my task, I'll refresh. Okay, you can see here the order has changed. File manager 5, Azure account 1, Azure account now at number 1. You can see here the file manager should be second one. You can see here Angular basic third, React fourth, basic third, React fourth, and team article, meeting with my team about new articles with 5. So it's working. Thank you for watching my videos. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you again. Have a nice day.